Hi, it's Maija here with a bit of a currently reading update. Let's do a quick sort of February TBR wrap up first. So, in my February TBR, I said that after finishing Muistipoliisi by Yokogawa, I would pick up Escaping Exodus by Nikki Drayden. And I did start reading this. You can see I read the first chapter and I found it to be very interesting in the world, like super interesting. I really want to know about these people, this science fiction novel where these people live inside these big spacefaring beasts and they have just moved to a new one. But I realized I was not in the mood for this, so I am really looking forward to this, but I put it aside for now. I did finish my comic, which was Far Sector by N.K. Jemisin and Jamal Campbell. This was also science fiction. It was a Green Lantern comic, and I really liked it. I read it in one day, so I was a bit tired during the latter half of it. It was quite a big comic, but I needed to return it to the library, so I feel like I should read it again, but I liked it when I read it. And I did also finish Meridorin Kaunotar by Alexandre Dumas, which was the classic, the first part of the Finnish translation of La Dame de Montsoreau. And I have the second part from the library. This is called Narri ja Munkki. So the Jester and the Monk in Finnish. The second part of La Dame de Montsoreau. It's a huge book. It's translated in 4 parts in Finnish. I also finished War of the Twins by Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman, the second book in the Dragonlance Legends, which I am rereading. And after that, I picked up Witchmark by C.L. Polk. And I read Witchmark, and I am currently almost done with the sequel, Storm Song. And I think after finishing this, I will buy and read the third book in this series, which I think is called Soul Star. This is like a sort of a historical fantasy series. It's not set in our world, so it's set in a fantasy world, but it feels very historical fantasy. There's like a lot of political plots. There's the Fae. They're called different thing in this book, but it's basically the Fae. There's romance storylines. It's not a fantasy romance book, but it is a fantasy book with a romance storyline. So the first one followed a doctor called Miles, and the second one follows his sister, Grace, who is a politician. And I don't remember the last time I have begun the second book in a series, like right after finishing the first one, but I'm really feeling this series, so I think I will complete this soon. So that's what I'm currently reading. I thought I'd also show you what I have out from the library. So I have this comic series called Sleepless, and I have volumes 1 and 2. I think this is the complete series. I looked at the reviews on Goodreads, and everybody said that the first volume is great and the second volume is rushed and not that good. But I still want to read it. It looks good. Like, I like the art. This is by Sarah Vaughan, Leela Del Duca, Alissa Salah, and Darren Bennett. And then a library book that I have that I think will be the next one that I read is The Quick by Lauren Owen, which seems to be like a suspenseful gothic thing with secret societies and maybe vampires. And I think this is set in Victorian England. Fin de siècle, it says, so right around the turn of the century, it seems. So that's what I'm currently reading and what I'm planning to read next. It was a very short update. I will go back to read some more of C.L. Polk's Storm Song now.